Hi class. This video is going to be different. I am going to actually make sure that we are, make sure that we're actually looking at the instructions, okay? So the first assignment to this lesson is going to be whether you watch the video or not. So there will be hidden words within the video that you are going to have to plug into an assessment right after you watch the video so that I can see that you're ready to go. And we're actually going to make a big portion of your grade. Big portion of your grade is going to depend if you watch the directions. The other portion of your grade is going to be whether you understood the directions. Fortunately for you, the video could be replayed as many times as you like until you either understand or you capture the words needed to pass the assessments. This is going to help me know that you watch the instructions so that when I'm grading your paper or when you ask questions, I know that they're legitimate questions, and it's also going to help you. It's going to help you understand the assignment. So, welcome to landscape, and we're going to be using oil pastels that are going to be administered to you by your teacher. So, have fun and let's get right into it. All right, here we have a photograph that I took about a couple of days ago. It was a nice out heading east, and we are looking at a landscape. So as you can see, this should look familiar to you. These arrows are all heading towards the horizon line and our vanishing point. We did that, and I believe in our last lesson. So all of these lines that are leading all to that point should look familiar to you. You have the horizon line, and you're going to start to notice that these things are making the two-dimensional space look a little bit more three-dimensional. Now in the front here is what we call the foreground. So a landscape must have a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. So here is the foreground. So imagine you're painting. You don't have to have people in your painting, but if someone is standing right in front of you in this picture, they would be in the foreground. I believe that is the answer to one of the questions here. One of the questions is your landscapes are made out of a foreground, a middle ground, and a background. Now that little guy that's standing back there, he is in the middle ground. You see that he's not in the front of your paper, but he is in the middle of the paper. He's way back over there saying hi. And if we squint a little bit, you're going to see that way back there. Now that is your background. Also want you to notice something with the colors is that everything gets kind of like whitewashed or way lighter colors towards the background of your painting. Now the natural effect of that is because there is so much dust and smoke and basically atmosphere that is in between you and the last part of the picture. Now that we got that picture broken down, we're going to try another picture so that you can see how the same things also work in a different picture. Okay? This is right here where I'm circling. This is where I was telling you about the foreground of the picture, the part of the picture that is closest to you is going to be darker. Same thing with the ground. Like if you have a green field, those greens are going to be lighter. I'm sorry, they're going to be darker in the foreground, and as you go to the background, they're going to be lighter. That's because you're seeing through hemisphere. Right at the belt of the horizon there where the land meets the sky, that's always going to be way lighter. Please excuse my voice. I've been sick for a few days, and now I'm getting better, so I'm able to make this video, and I really do appreciate your patience. So we're gonna go to another picture. This picture is way more dramatic, but no matter how dramatic it is, this was probably 10 miles further west when I was making a trip. Now you're gonna see here those skip lines as foreground, middle ground, background. Right? You have the same leading lines going to the vanishing point. Okay. And regardless of how dramatic that beautiful sky is, notice what you're seeing up there. You're seeing that the sky is way lighter at the edge of your paper. When it comes onto the middle, when it starts to meet the ground, it's the same. It's way lighter. Now because it's darker, this picture, the horizon line is gonna be a lot darker, but it's way lighter than what you see in the foreground. So as you're applying your pastels, I want you guys to keep that in mind, is that, those harsh colors are going to be used up at the front, and those light washed colors, if you just mix it with white and rub it with your finger, you could get a nice effect of that blended sky. If you have any questions, also feel free to email me. Now here we are looking at a night sky, and the colors are a little bit different, but everything's still the same. We have the foreground, middle ground, background, and those blues are going to be way darker they're going to be way darker in the front of the picture, like towards the edge of your papers, and towards the middle. Regardless of what that color is, it still makes things look way lighter. So, you can do night skies, you can do, sky's the limit. I really want you guys to challenge yourself and actually create artwork that you want to keep. We've all made those pieces of artwork that we can just leave on the desk and be all right if we never see it again in our lives. But that's not what we want. We want you to create something that you're proud of and that we can hang up and show off to other classes that are coming along, newer students. So even though it's a different color, that's what I'm writing down here. Even though it's a different color, you can still see that it's way lighter. And those clouds are nice and dark, but that just creates an effect of night and shadows. So if you have any questions for me, please feel free to email me. Again, don't forget that there is an assessment right after this video where we will be asking things that were in the video to see if you caught it. Again, we just want to make sure that you are watching the video and not just jumping into the materials, because we want you to get the instructions so that you can be successful. All right, we'll see you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.